The Galactic Council chamber was silent as the human delegation stepped inside. It was their first time in the presence of the Telepathic Collective, a race known for reading minds across galaxies. Many aliens watched with curiosity. As the tall human representative walked calmly to the center. His name was Captain Rowan Hale, a soldier who had seen too much war and yet carried no fear in his eyes. The lead telepath, an alien named Seraph, floated forward. Its head shimmered with neural light, a glow that pulsed with thoughts too fast for others to see. The Council had requested this demonstration to better understand human minds, for the humans were new to the galactic stage and many species found them unreadable. The telepaths had volunteered to bridge that mystery. Seraph extended one thin hand, its fingers moving like strands of light. Hale nodded slightly and allowed the contact. The air trembled. A deep hum filled the chamber as Seraph connected its mind to the humans. For a moment everything was still. Then Seraph screamed. The sound shook the chamber walls. Lights flickered. The telepath fell to the ground, its glow turning dark blue. Hale stepped back as guards rushed forward. The alien was shaking violently as if fighting unseen shadows. Then it went still, unconscious but alive. Silence returned, heavy and fearful. The council members whispered among themselves. What had happened inside the telepath's mind? No being had ever harmed a member of the collective before. Even the most chaotic species had minds that could be read. But this human, this single soldier, had brought one of the most powerful telepaths in the galaxy to collapse with a touch. Hale stood quietly. His expression did not change. Only his eyes flickered with something unreadable, something deep and ancient. A counselor, voice trembling, demanded an explanation. Hale simply replied, "You asked to see what lies within us. Now you have seen a fragment." Medics lifted Seraph and carried it away. The chamber remained tense. The other telepaths refused to go near the human. Their lights dimmed, a sign of fear in their kind. The council adjourned for the day. But whispers spread like wildfire across the galactic network. What had the alien seen in the human's mind? What darkness or power had made it scream in terror? Captain Hale turned to leave, his boots echoing against the smooth floor. He looked back once and said quietly, "Some doors should never be opened." The human delegation left the hall in silence, leaving behind a galaxy full of questions and a telepath who would never dream again. The corridors of the Galactic Council were silent as Captain Hale walked through them. Behind him, whispers followed like shadows. Every species on the station had heard what happened. In the council hall, a telepath of the collective had touched the mind of a human and fallen, unconscious screaming. It was something no one could explain. Dr. Varen, a xenoneurologist from the council, hurried to keep pace with Hale. She had been ordered to question him. "Captain," she said carefully, "what did the telepath see in your mind?" Hale did not slow down. "I do not know. Humans do not see what others see inside their thoughts." Varen frowned. Her species could sense emotions even without full telepathy. But with Hale, she felt only silence. It was as if his mind was a wall of cold iron. In the medical wing, Seraph lay motionless under a field of shimmering blue light. Monitors flickered uselessly, unable to read its neural patterns. The other telepaths of the collective stood around in uneasy silence. Their lights were dimmed, their connection broken by fear. One of them, a young telepath named Rinnell, whispered that Seraph had seen something vast and endless inside the human. Something alive and ancient. The council reconvened later that cycle. Representatives demanded answers. Some accused the humans of using forbidden psychic defenses. Others believed the humans were dangerous beyond understanding. The human ambassador, a calm woman named Dr. Lena Morin, spoke in their defense. "Humanity has no psychic weapons," she said firmly. "But we have survived worse things than nightmares." The alien delegates murmured nervously. A reptilian senator asked what she meant. Lena looked at him and said softly, "On our world we have faced extinction many times. We carry the memory of every struggle inside us. Perhaps that is what your telepath touched. Not madness, not darkness, but the weight of survival." Still, unease spread through the chamber. The collective refused to allow further mind contact. They warned others not to attempt telepathic communication with humans. The fear of the unknown had begun to divide the council. Meanwhile, Hale sat alone in his quarters. staring out into the endless black of space. For a moment, he closed his eyes and felt something stirred deep within him. A faint whisper. A presence older than words. He remembered the scream of the alien. And though he felt no guilt, a cold realization settled in. Maybe the telepath had not seen his memories. Maybe it had seen something that slept within every human. Something waiting to awaken. The Galactic Council was in chaos. Rumors spread faster than ships could travel. Some claimed the humans were hosts to a hidden species. Others whispered that their souls burned with the memory of 1,000 wars. Every theory only deepened the fear. The collective demanded isolation of Earth until the mystery was solved. But humanity did not respond with anger or defense. They waited. Silent and watchful. Captain Hale had been ordered to remain on the station. He spent most of his time in the observation dome, staring at the stars that hung like ancient eyes over the void. The memory of Seretha's scream still echoed in his mind. There was no pride in it, only a question that refused to fade. What had the alien truly seen? One night, Rinnell, the youngest telepath of the collective, came to meet him. Unlike the others, she was not afraid, only curious. She asked quietly, "Will you allow me to look, just for a moment?" Hale studied her glowing eyes. "Are you sure?" She nodded. "My mentor would want to know the truth." He hesitated, then reached out his hand. Their fingers met, and light filled the dome. For a moment Rinnell felt warmth, then fire, then something beyond time. She saw memories not of one man but of billions, stretching back through the ages. Battles fought with stone and steel. Skies burning, oceans boiling. And still humanity endured. She felt pain, loss, rage, hope, love, and defiance woven into a single endless thread. Then she saw deeper, beyond memory. There was a presence sleeping beneath it all. Vast and silent, like a star waiting to awaken. It was not evil, but it was not gentle either. It was power shaped by survival itself. It was what every human carried within, the will to rise, to fight, to exist no matter the odds. Rinnell gasped and pulled away. Tears of light fell from her eyes, but she did not scream. She bowed her head. "Now I understand," she whispered. "The others fear you because they see only the shadow of your strength. But it is not darkness. It is life that refuses to die." Hale gave a faint nod. "That is what we are." When word spread that a telepath had touched a human and survived, the fear began to fade, replaced by cautious respect. The council reconvened and reopened talks with Earth. The collective would no longer read human minds, but they would stand beside them. In the vastness of space, the galaxy finally learned the truth. Humans were not monsters, nor mysteries. They were the echo of something eternal, the fire that even the void could not silence.